landed here with Charlie Company Crushers 002-21, the best class. Currently it's 28 degrees, week 2 of STX, and I'm pulling my security shift. Got the next 2 hours. For the past 2 weeks, I went around and I've interviewed some of my fellow OCs to get their take on what they've learned from 6 lanes and operation orders. I've also interviewed cadre just to see what their expectations were. And one of their expectations is light discipline here at the patrol base. So I'm gonna turn this bright ass light off.
Cross through, salt runners to the end, team leaders to the middle. We're gonna start with EPW, then we're gonna go A in order, okay? Get ready for some casual that he's gonna throw to us.
Sure.
You guys got it? Any questions?
No.
Okay, perfect. Everybody's assigned. We have the calls, we're gonna do laser.
What would be the most important thing that you've taken away from this week here at STX?
Certainly just taking the classroom material and some of the confusion we faced with that, and then bringing it out to the field and really putting the pieces together, understanding how the tactics work on the battlefield and working with the different components of your team. Putting all that together, it just finishes the picture for us. So it was a fantastic experience out here, kind of finalizing all the things we've been learning in the classroom.
Okay, and how do you think that you did during the troop leading procedures on your lane today?
It was a new experience for me, certainly. I tried to focus on what I was good at. I tried to communicate well with my team, but there are always details that you miss. I think that's my goal for the future, focus on those details and make sure I check all the boxes.
Did the IDF bombardment around you when you were trying to brief your squad on that lane, did that have any effect to you putting your information out?
Certainly rose my level of stress a little bit, caught me off guard, but you know, we train for that, and that's why we practice here where it's safe. So
excellent. So if I was you know, trying to become an officer and I'm going through OCS and I say, hey, OC Becker, what tip could you give me for when it comes to STX and operation orders?
Be up for the day before you go.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, we're here at First Sergeant Smith. This is the company First Sergeant. I'd like to pick your brain real quick. What is your expectation for our officer candidates while they're out here at STX?
Okay, so while we're out here at the running STX lanes, our basic, what we really want from the officer candidates is, first of all, they've already learned the orders process back in the rear, so they're going to get to put that into practical application out here so they can practice when they're a platoon leader, issuing that order. Okay. Also, to add to that, we want the candidates to learn how to lead a squad in basic battle drills, to command their teams, and you know, make sure that they master fires, achieve the mission that we're talking about. And we're just talking about simple battle drills. We're not talking about anything crazy. We figure if we start them off at this level, then when they get to their BOLIC or their further on missions, controlling a platoon will be a lot easier for them. They'll be able to figure it out a lot better. So I guess it's a combination of learning the orders process, issuing that order, following through the troop leading procedures, and then learning these just simple battle drills to command and control squad, teams, and hopefully one day platoons.
As the senior NCO for the company, what is the biggest tip that you could give future officers when it comes to dealing with their NCOs when they get to their units?
The best advice I can give to you know, officer candidates and any junior officer is trust in your non-commissioned officers. I mean, when you get to your platoon as a second lieutenant, you got maybe 2 years in the military, 2 years in the Army. Even if you're from West Point or ROTC and you've got that 4 years of college and that experience, you still only have 2 years in the active Army, and that's of course based on what your branch is. Trust your NCOs. You're gonna have some really good NCOs, and they've got years of experience. Where you got 2, you've got, you know, platoon sergeant's gonna have anywhere from, you know, 10 to 15 years, maybe 7, or, you know, it depends on how fast you made it to the ranks. And squad leaders that have, you know, 4, 5, 6 years in. So trust your NCOs. They've got experience, and they've been doing this for a while. So that's the best advice I can give junior officers. Trust your non-commissioned officers.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. I'm here with OC La CC today. You were actually the squad leader for this operation. What do you think is the biggest challenge when you're out here on the stick lanes? What did you face today?
All right, for the mission we just completed, one of the biggest challenge we had was encountering a hostile who was posing as a civilian. Actually, that was one of the game changer for the mission today.
Okay.
Right.
And so during our operations, we have to follow the rules of engagement.
Right.
You also have to take civil considerations into account.
Exactly.
And so as the leader, you have to make that tough decision on, how they approach, a friendly posing as, or a hostile posing as a friendly.
Exactly.
So in that scenario, you walk up, she's crying.
Right.
Right. And you send your team leader on there.
Right.
What's going through your mind as the transaction is taking place?
So at that point in time, I need to be conscious of the fact that I want to stay within the laws as much as possible. Also, I don't want to jeopardize the security of my team and my whole squad as a whole. So I want to be sure my guys are safe going into what they're going to. So at that point in time, I need to strike a balance between doing the right thing and then also covering for my guys too. That's the big deal.
Right. So now you do that. You go in. You're a bit cautious, right?
Right.
And you realize at this moment, your team leader,
Right.
they searched, but they didn't search thorough enough. So
Right.
now you're in that position where that friendly just turned hostile out of nowhere.
Right.
Out pops a frag.
Right.
Now what?
So at that point in time, once you see the intent, you already know, okay, now shit is going down. Excuse my language. But at that point in time, the first thing is security. You have to take cover, whatever the case might be. You see where the grenade is going to, then you go in opposite direction of that, just to take cover, make sure everybody is safe, and then eliminate the target, whatever the case might be. Once you have a hostile intent and act, then you need to eliminate the actions at that point in time. And once everybody is fine, you pull security, and then accountability comes after that, just to make sure everybody is fine and safe.
Yes, indeed.
Stay alert. Stay alive.